Today we're 100% speedrunning Jetpack Joyride by getting every single achievement in the game. Now our speedrun starts with us breaking through the wall for the first time, and it begins with a little bit of a tutorial. So of course we got Barry, and we got to collect all these coins. It wants us to collect 150. We also got the scientists. We can kill them if we want to with our jetpack because this does spray out bullets, but our main goal is just getting those 150 coins so we can get past the tutorial. So there will be trails like this sometimes. We want to grab all of those, and we also got scientists running away and sometimes falling on the ground, so that's a little funny. I mean, I would be terrified too, to be fair. This man with this jetpack that just sprays out bullets, but that's going to be 150 coins. We don't want to die just yet though. It will also give us these missiles. We can just dodge out of the way of those, showing off some lasers too. And yeah, just a bunch of obstacles that you will have to avoid, but here's what we wanted to wait for, because we do have to get this S before we die this first time, and once we grab that, we'll continue on with the tutorial with dying right there. So that gives us a bunch of coins, and it puts us right into the next part, where this time we want to get 1,000 meters. And it's also going to give us our very first power-up. This time it's going to be Lol Stomper, and this guy is awesome. So the great thing about these vehicles is that they can take an extra hit. So if we do hit electricity or anything like that, we'll just go back to regular Barry, and that means I can just have as much fun as I want to, try to go as fast as we can, dodging out of the way of all this kind of stuff. We're started out very good with that one, so I will appreciate that, and that's going to be 1,000 meters, so we can die at this point. You know, nice little speedrun time save. We will die to those lasers, and that's going to be some more coins. We can go through that, and we can also see that we're getting a couple of those, which are going to increase our level up. So we're now a learner. That's going to give us more coins, and we have some new stuff that we're going to have to do. We have to fly above some zappers, zigzag around zappers, and also get a couple vehicles. So that's going to be our next goals, because there's a lot of achievements in this game, and that's going to be the main things that we want to do. But before we can even talk about that, we get the strong arm machine. This is what you get when you collect all 3 of those SAM things, and this thing is kind of insane. So what we can do is there's going to be a bunch of missiles. We want to use the arm to be able to dodge that, and at the same time we're just getting a ton of coins. So I will go down like that, get a bunch of those guys. See, the missiles are coming from this direction, then they come down first a little bit up, and this thing can also take a couple of different hits, so I will try to be wary about all of that stuff going up like that, and it will actually get destroyed there by one of the missiles. That's fine, but we do get the daily SAM challenge. It gives us some free quick revives. We also got green eggs and ham, where you complete a daily SAM challenge, so that's going to be our very first achievement. Now we'll get bad as a hog. That's going to give us to collect 2 vehicles, and yeah, the missions are different than the achievements. The missions are just stuff to give you more money and have you level up, while achievements are things you have to specifically worry about. So I'm going to try to go for that. That's zigzag around 6 zappers with the bad hog, and we also got fly above 3 zappers. So at this point, I think we should die, because really what I'm focusing on, oh, I actually do want that first though, but what I'm really focusing on is getting as many missions as possible, because we're going to need a lot of money throughout this run. And we can also do a final spin, see if we get anything. Not going to do anything that time, but we'll take all of these missions and all of these stars. That's going to get us up to level 3 with some more coins. And we also have the air berries available, so I will go and buy those. Well, after it makes me do an event. I don't want to do this event. Looks like it forces you for a second. Just gonna go in there really quick, go back out game. So now we can go into our gadgets and get a couple of things. This time I like the air berries. That's going to be something that we can equip to ourselves, and also get half a brick, because we will actually need that for later. Not for right now, but we'll buy it just for a little bit later. Now we have a goal to high five a bunch of these scientists. We got to get 2 of those spin coins, and we have to have a near miss with a missile, which we did right there. I was actually just checking the mission and making sure I had it right, and then it just happens. But it's always fun high-fiving these scientists, and you can see it's also pretty easy. There's also going to be our spin coins, so I'm going to take that too. Now the air berries are pretty nice, at least as an early game upgrade. I won't be keeping them forever, but the nice thing about them is you can boost off of the ground very quickly. But we will also get this guy. Now this is like a quick time event where there's going to be a bunch of missiles that show up. We want to dodge all of them, and if we succeed, then we're going to get one of these vehicles. This is going to be the gravity suit, and this guy's pretty fun. You can just go up and down with him, but I will try to take that guy. That's going to be our second spin token, and unfortunately for gravity guy, we're not keeping you for too long, because that will be all of our missions. We're making pretty good time with all of this stuff, so we'll take it from there. Do a couple of spins, see if we get anything. There is a couple of rewards that you get from doing spins too, so we do have to worry about that, and we'll get all of those up. That's going to give us another one of these, and yeah, getting all of your fully leveled up is also another achievement, so that's important too. Now we got to brush past some red lights, and we also have to finish a game between 300 and 400 meters. So I'll do the first 2 to start out, I I believe. We might as well also take this. Gotta love the Prophet Bird. And this will work perfectly because we can also get a bunch of lights while we're in the Prophet Bird. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't give you more coins. Like, you would think because he's the Prophet Bird, maybe he would. But no, he's kind of just a fun Flappy Bird type of person, and I like using him. Also opens his mouth whenever he sees these coins, so that's nice too. But we'll dodge out of the way of a couple of those missiles, get another spin token right there. Got a few of these coins. There's always some interesting patterns with them. And we have another quick time event type of thing with the timer. See where these missiles come. Usually you have plenty of time to dodge them, and even if you do get hit by them, it's not the biggest deal in the world. But that's gonna give us the hog. Do love using this guy going through. Beat our new best, by the way, because we haven't really been going for far runs just yet, especially because there's so much things to unlock. And I think we're going to continue with that, at least for the beginning. Oh, we got 3 spin tokens from that spin, and one of these mini explosions hits us a little bit further. Doesn't really help us, to be honest, though. Now we can pretty easily go for the 300 meters on foot, especially because early on in these games, it is not hard. Like, you might have to jump above something, but that's it. And if we're lucky, we could get 2 achievements at the same time. Boom, we die right there. We also get Not So Green. That's when you complete 10 missions, so I will take that. And also gives us another level up. Very fast thing. Gives us a ton of more things that we can buy now, too. But now some near misses with the zappers. Now, I really don't like getting near misses with zappers because I feel like it's not very well made. Like, you see right there, how is that not a near miss? That was also not a near game. Oh, and that one was a near miss for some reason. Do I know why? Not really. But thankfully this time it's only going to be 5, so probably won't be that hard. And we also got to get Lil Stomper 3 times, so we might as well grab our guy right there. And yeah, we're really just getting into the motion of doing missions over and over again. Killing some scientists as we go by. Please give me those. I'm just trying my best to grab this. I'm not even going to grab that token because I do want the zappers. That will be nice. Now at this point, we're going to want to grab at least 3 spin tokens before we die. That way we can cash those in for a mission, which those just randomly come, so not too much to worry about. Like, this is actually going to give us 2 right in a row right there. I will take that. And we might as well die right by our old new best. Trust me, we're going to go for farther runs eventually, but there's a plan. There is a plan. No, I meant to cash that in. Well, okay, we got a second chance. I'm not the smartest person in the world. That's also going to be Alpha Charlie Echo. That's when you make it 2,000 meters, so nice, easy achievement. The next distance one we've got to get is to make it to 5,000 meters. And you know what? Might as well go for it here. See if we can get it. I am not too sure. We'll get that spin token right there. And we got the Prophet Bird. I'm pretty good at using this guy usually. Well, I say that, and as soon as that happens, I die. But we want to try to keep in vehicles as much as possible. Grab that spin token. There's going to be some more vehicles if we can grab that. Just gotta not get hit by any of this stuff. That is a lot of missiles coming though. And oh, I wanted to grab the spin token, so I ended up dying to that. I probably should have prioritized that stuff first. You know what? Let's use a heart. We got the 3 free hearts. We might as well use them. Okay, this time we have to not fail this, so I'll get out of the way of them, not worry about things. And we get the dragon. I love Mr. Cuddles. I mean, he's just so adorable. And all you do for him is just hold downwards to go down with a bunch of fire and pretty much stay upwards a lot of the time. Also like the music that's playing. But Mr. Cuddles, we can all agree, one of the most adorable guys you can get. And now I focus up with Mr. Cuddles, of course. No, Mr. Cuddles. Very close to 5,000 at this point. Can we grab that? Okay, this should be 5,000 if we are good. Get out of the way of that. That's also going to be a Lil Stomper. That's our second one we need. And if you remember, we need 3. So now at this point, this is pretty easily going to reach the 5,000 meters for Romeo Alpha Delta. So that's a nice distance one to have out of the way. And that's also good for me for right now. Now we might as well spin a couple of these, see what prizes we can get because we only have to cash in 3 and we are getting the greatest luck ever. I wish I wasn't cashing in these, but that of course is going to give us our next achievement and doesn't quite get us to the next rank, but we can do these other ones pretty easily. Like this one where we just smash a hole through this. Can I just, yeah, I can literally just keep retrying. This is so much fun. I mean, we could just naturally get this through gameplay, but why not get a new mission as fast as you can? But before we finish up with this one, I will try to get Lil Stomper one more time. I've always loved doing this, especially when I was a kid with the gravity suit, just never touching the walls, just going up and down, and did not work out well for me that time, but it is fun. Also, really quick, we might as well grab the bubblegum jetpack because we will need that for a specific achievement. So yeah, you can see that this is a new one, and it's also going to give us buy a new item from the shop, so that's also why we needed it. But I do need to fly 10,000 meters meters with it, so we might as well get it early so we can get that achievement out of the way. It is sad because we're no longer just murdering all these scientists. They just get some bubbles on their head. But don't worry, we will switch back to our original jetpack. I do love the variety of jetpacks in this game, though. Those were always fun to unlock. And all right, let's see a little stomper. That's all I'm going for. Dodge out of the way of those guys. It's going to be bad as a hog. Hey, I'll still take it. I mean, Barry just looks so cool whenever he's on this thing. Oh, that was also collect 200 coins in the game. I didn't even realize we were going for that, if I'm going to be completely honest. And there's going to be our third little stomper as well. That's all our missions done right away, so I will take that, which is going to put us up to level 6. And even more from the other things we get. Reach 500 meters without a vehicle, and also we got to use the hog. So those two should be pretty easy. 500 meters without a vehicle is not far at all. I don't even know how that was a challenge. This is going to be a very interesting gameplay because I've only ever played this game in short bursts, like maybe an hour at most. But to complete all these missions, I'm expecting it to take the full day, so we're going to see about that. And I think I want to grab this because I think before we get the vehicle, we should reach 500 meters. Yeah, we did. All right, perfect. And we also get the crazy freaking teleporter for the first time. And this one is a fun one. So all you do is just teleport with it. And it's very interesting. I got to try to play my best with it. And you will see electricity like usual. We'll also see those guys. And yeah, you just got to hope that your teleportation is on point. And yeah, just play well. I don't really know how else to describe this. I'm like focusing up, especially because there is a mission that has to do with that one, and I think I got it right before then. I'm gonna have to check. I think Spice of Life is the crazy freaking teleporter one, though, where you travel 750 meters. So that's actually insane. I just reached it before we died. And then we get bad as a hog. I know I need to travel pretty far away with this one, which I will try to. A thing about this is they love giving you those ground guys, and the ground guys can just keep hitting you over and over again, even when you're trying to short hop. So sometimes you just get unlucky with that guy. But this game is just loving giving me these quick time event guys, and I'm not gonna complain. I do love these power-ups. I love seeing Mr. Cuddles. What can I say? Oh, and actually looking at my notes, no, the achievement we got was Spice of Life, which is when you ride every single vehicle in the game. So no, we did not get the one I wanted with crazy freaking time, but we'll get it later. We'll get it at one point. Little embarrassing. I thought I did that well. You know, just gonna say. But that is gonna be 3,000 meters total. I will take that. Let's die. And please give us our first one of these. Oh, for one of the missions, you need to get one of those big blasts 3 different times. These smaller blasts are, I guess that was the big blast, but like the huge blast, we need that 3 different times. So we are hoping we get lucky with that and get it fairly soon. Now that's going to be some good stuff right there. Got to get some near misses and of course the hog. And yeah, at this point, we're really just into the vibe of the game, you know, just focusing up, trying to get these missions, and there will be a lot of upgrades. We're kind of just hoarding our wealth right now because a lot of the later upgrades are going to be the better ones. Like I do like the air berries, obviously, for right now, but there are much better upgrades we will want. And there's a lot of things we will have to buy from the shop, so as many coins as I can get, the better. I really hate this near miss thing, like just trying to have this activate as a near miss. I'm not sure what they did with the coding in this one. Like maybe there's a way to ensure you get the near miss, but I just keep trying to get close to these lasers, and sometimes it just does not work. All right, Bad as a Hog 2.0. Can this time we just defeat this mission? I'd like to get it done earlier, but it loves giving me ground things. It just loves giving you those multiple grounds in a row. I feel like sometimes you just got to keep spamming jump and hoping. It's all right. Next time we should get it, especially because it's total instead of just getting it all at once. And crazy freaking teleporter, try number 2. Can I get the 800 meters? I got to get to around 1,800. That is our goal. So just keep teleporting out of the way of these guys. Try to go up and down as much as possible and just hope we don't get multiple things coming at us at the same time, like these guys. I don't want you out of here, but do a couple teleportations right there. Come on, man. Next time for sure. Next time. It's all right. We're going to have a lot of time to try to get this one. But that will be collect 5 spin tokens. I'll take that mission right before one of these guys. And a Mr. Cuddles. I wish I had more missions with Mr. Cuddles. Like, I love this guy. And he's also fun. You can cause the scientists to go on fire. That's something I enjoyed doing when I was younger. Maybe I can get some near misses with Mr. Cuddles. I feel like we're near missing this stuff. I don't know what the game's saying about that. Oh, and we also got Foam Party. That's where you fly 10,000 meters with the bubble jetpack and a level 7, so I'll take that too. But for now, we'll switch back to the machine gun. Oh, I just got that. Somehow I got a double proc right there where I got 2 near misses at the same time. I really don't know how that mission works, but I'm not going to complain. It's over, at least for now. And yeah, we will have to get up to level 30 for these missions in total, so it's going to be a while. There's a lot of stuff to do. But crazy freaking teleporter, another time that I get to try. I just keep disappointing myself, but one of these times, one of them is going to be the time. All right, just go through that. I just have to be ready to spam it. Honestly, when we get super fast, maybe the plan is to just spam it a lot. Just hope that things happen. Like, why not do a little spam in there, you know? It'll probably work out. It's not like we're just gonna teleport. Oh, crazy freaking skills. We actually got it that time. Let's go. All right, you know, spamming it kind of works. That's going to be the 800 meters. I'm very surprised. We are getting those by the skin of our teeth. I'm really happy I got that there too, because it would have been really embarrassing if I just kept going for it over and over again and never got it. But here's bad as a hog as well. Now, we need to actually beat this. I think we only need like 200 meters, so I just need to hope that we don't get destroyed. Oh, yeah, that was not hard at all. All right, pretty good mission stuff right there. Last one we need is with the gravity guy, so maybe it will be this dude. I hope the game will be kind to me and give me the power-ups I want. No, but no. It gives us the baddest hog again, just in case we didn't get it last time. You know what? I appreciate it. That's considerate. That's considerate of the game. Now we got the gravity thing. We got to win a prize on a couple of them, and we have to finish a game between 500 and 600 meters. I think I'll do the finish the game one first, as long as we can get that. If there's a slot you can finish, it just makes sense to finish, so then you can get another one, like collect 300 coins from a game. But we have reached the point of this run where you kind of get what we're going for, so we'll do a little bit more skipping through to just the more interesting parts of this speedrun when they do happen. Like this one is actually pretty interesting. What we have to do is change gravity 30 times, and literally all I'm going to do is spam it. But yeah, okay, that was a small thing. Yeah, we'll just go to the interesting stuff. Oh, and will this be the big blast? All right, we got the atom blast for the first time. Of course, we got to get it 3 times, but nice to get early. And you can see just how much extra speed that gives us. We barely beat our... Wait, how did that beat our new bet? All right, whatever. I'm just not going to complain about it, I guess. All right, but this time for sure we beat our new best, or old best, or whatever best. But yeah, just an important thing to get. And at the same time, we get all of these missions done. That one feels so nice. And that's also going to be Angry Wings. Profit Bird twice in one game. I didn't even realize we were going to get that. But I guess we did. We just had Profit Bird, and then I got it again. Okay, just a nice little thing. Nice to get these achievements that you don't really think about and just kind of happen. And also for science. Which one is that? It's hard to check my notes to see what achievement I got while I'm also doing the run. Like, I'm trying to go fast, but for science is to knock over 1,000 scientists. Okay, you know, that's one you got to feel good about. How I'm doing this too is I have a Google Docs on the side, and I have all of the achievements written out, and whenever I get them, I delete them, so it's just gonna feel nicer and nicer as I get more and more of these achievements done. Now we got one of our first more interesting missions of reaching 1,000 without any coins collected, so I will actually have to be on the lookout to not get coins. And I'm trying to do the scientist one while I do this, where I high-five these guys, you know, just the really satisfying mission. But look at all those coins. It would be so nice to collect them, but I cannot. Oh, and this one's gonna be kind of hard. There's the missile coming towards us. We have to jump out of the way of that while not hitting that huge thing of coins. So these ones are always pretty interesting, but that's gonna be high five. And now I just have to focus on not... Oh, okay, well... All right, you know, it happens. It happens. I guess I have to be even more on the lookout than that. And I did get play a game with a gadget. I was wondering why that didn't unlock right away. But now we can rub our head against the roof while we try to do this. Like, poor Barry. This probably hurts so much, man. I mean, his hair is still waving. I don't really know how that works with us rubbing our head on the roof. But yeah, probably not the most comfortable thing in the world, I'd guess. Especially when there are lasers in your way trying to stop you from rubbing your head. But we can just barely miss that, Barry. By the way, why do they draw out things like that, Barry? Like, do they want me to steal their jetpacks? It kind of feels like they do at this point. And I'm not going to take that vehicle just because I feel like it's going to be harder to dodge coins if we have any vehicles. And I mean, then I also can't rub my head. So, you know, that's very important. Okay, a lot of coins. I would kind of want to take both of those, but not even going to risk getting the coins there. I would just like to get this vehicle. Excuse me, guys. Go up here. Okay. Lasers are always nice to see because these are pretty easy to dodge and there's never any coins with them. And just just make it the tiniest bit farther. And okay, nice. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it would be. And that is also going to be level 10 for us, which is very good, because that means it's going to unlock a new power-up, I believe. Yeah, we get the token gift, and token gift is awesome. It won't... Do we have to unlock all the power-ups before the token gift to unlock? That might be what you have to do. I guess we're getting fruit. We'll get our nerd repellent, which gets rid of all the scientists, and we'll get the instant ball. And then, yeah, that does not unlock it. Hello? Okay, I closed and reopened the game, and that actually worked. And we also got Good Work Muscat, which that's when you visit the shop screen 10 times. All right, I'll take that, and I'll also take my token gift. Now, token gift is great, but we gotta start out by denying it. So it gives you a token right at the beginning, and it's super easy to get, and it's really hard actually not to get because it tries to come into you. Okay, I guess we couldn't deny it that time because there was the lasers. I'll show you what I mean next time. And this has also been an insane dragon that we've been going on. It's always right when I say those things, but we do need to get 2,000 meters with any vehicle, like in total. So that is one of the missions I'm working on, which that was a nice one to get. There's also to dodge these missiles and be very close to getting hit by them. I wonder if these guys would count for that too. They do. Nice. Okay, I'll take that. And there's have a near miss with 5 missiles. Okay, right as I say that. But yeah, we are going for the 2,000 meters as much as possible with these guys. So we're back to trying to get above 800 meters with crazy freaking teleporter. I guess I really didn't need to worry about getting it so fast. But yeah, pretty much just back to the grind. I'll let you know when the interesting stuff happens. Now I'm gonna try to go all the way up with this token gift and just dodge out of the way. Get out of here, dude. Yeah, rejected. I feel really bad about that. But we get the achievement rejected for having the token gift and just denying it. I mean, I know the token gift isn't like a person, but I do feel bad about that. That must not feel good. Like, you're trying your best to get to Barry, and he just says, no, you cannot have me. And that's another achievement unlocked, Veteran, which that one is to complete 40 missions. Okay, nice one to get. And that's also Marathon right there, which is where you fly a total of 50,000 meters. So pretty cool. We're just getting a lot of the ones that are just, you're gonna get them eventually. We should also upgrade some of our power-ups. We can get Boost, which gives us a little bit farther. Might as well upgrade it. And we'll upgrade Rocket Time a bit too. Don't want to spend too much money on them right now, but might as well get them a bit better. And we can now see the Boost, which pretty much all it does is just give you a boost of speed. It's nice. Might as well grab the guy. I mean, I like me some power-ups. And they're also nice because things like this, it can just kind of ignore what's going on. So like if we have a hard pattern that we have to get through, we can just grab a boost if it's there, and then we don't have to worry about the pattern. And now also with this upgraded, we can choose between which one of those 2 power-ups we want. So we want Lil Stomper right here because we have to knock over scientists with him. So yeah, just some nice upgrades to have and just completely destroy these scientists. We can also finally use our half a brick power-up we got earlier because we have to land between 500 meters and 550 meters. And half a brick makes sure you don't bounce at all. So all I'm gonna do is wait until we get a little bit closer. We don't want that guy. I don't want that to happen. And oh my gosh, come on, man. $4.99. The funny thing is, if I didn't have the power up unlocked there, then it wouldn't have happened like that. Anyways, we'll just get it this time if anything shows up. Okay, so it's nice. You just crack in 2 and you're good. So for any missions like that where we have to be precise, that's going to be a good thing, especially because that's 3 stars right there. Ooh, and there is our second Atom Blast. I will take one of those. Funny that we had the brick on, so it didn't do too much, but I will take it as a concept. And here is our last Atom Blast. All right, that's going to be Fallout. And I say the last, it probably won't be the last. We actually got this pretty early, but that's another achievement we can get off the list. Along with rank 14, might as well go for something fun though right now. Get the Fruit Jetpack, which that is going to give us James Who, and that's where you buy 2 different jetpacks, but we actually need this for a different reason as well. It's kind of a fun one though, because we're just spitting out fruit and just destroying these scientists with fruit. I mean, hey, it's better for them than bullets. What can you say? And that's exactly what we need it for, so we can get dragon fruit by getting Mr. Cuddles along with the fruit jetpack. That was honestly way quicker than I thought it would be for us to get those 2 things, but I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, so this is kind of a fun thing where we can use one of our boosts here because we want to reach 1,500 without using a vehicle, and then we end up just getting all these scientist high fives, which is just great. It just is sad satisfying hearing that sound over and over again, so gotta love it. And yeah, that very easily then results in both of those missions done at the same time, so you gotta love it. And that's also a first try, reach 1750 without collecting any coins. We really like that. And now I can get coins because we also need to get 200 coins. So yeah, these missions are just going along swimmingly. I mean, they are getting much harder to do. And we can see we do have this last one, which, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. That gets us to level 16, also giving us a man, my son. And now we get this new badge. We don't really have to worry too much about that. But yeah, we still have more levels we gotta get because you can see there are plenty more gadgets. So we'll get there. And now since we got level 16, the missions are gonna be back to being a little bit easier. So we're kind of just resetting from the beginning, which is nice because they were getting crazy hard. I mean, not crazy hard, but more difficult than before. Also, I should actually check these. I guess in general, they're still pretty difficult ones, but you know, just back to the grind. Eventually we'll be level 30. And by the way, that mission purchase thing you can do that with coins. In general, I'm trying not to use it too much just because we do want to keep those coins. There are a lot more purchases we have to make. But if it's ever a mission that's really annoying, then it just makes sense to do. Like there's one mission where you have to get 100 close calls with these zappers, and I'm trying to do one for just 10, and you can see how bad that is. So imagine 100. That is definitely one that it's just better to skip on. Now let's do another fun mission where we'll purchase the top hat first, and we'll also purchase the classy suit for 5,000, and that will give us Pretty Woman, which is when you buy a matching set of clothes. And then we can go to jetpacks, wait for all of these to unlock. Yeah, unfortunately, every time this happens, you just have to do this. And we can buy the traditional jetpack, which when we put all of those things together, it should give us another achievement if it wants to. Game. Oh, we have to fly over a kilometer with this stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, another thing I haven't mentioned, but we do have it on right now. We have nerd repellent, which gets rid of all the scientists. It puts cobwebs everywhere. It gets rid of the lights. And we need this right now because we're going for another achievement, which is called Germaphobe, where you make it to 2,000 meters without collecting any tokens, coins, touching any scientists, doing any of that stuff. So we're just trying to stay away from everything. So these are the perfect two missions to go together. We will just be dodging literally everything that shows up. I also do like this traditional jetpack. You know, I think I like machine gun a little bit better, but our dude is looking nice in his suit with this guy. You do gotta appreciate just all the jetpacks this game does have in general. Like there's such an insane amount of little like customizability that you can add, and that is going to be class act. That's by making it a kilometer. We'll take that. Now we just got to make it to 2,000 without touching any of these coins. That's what I'm worried about the most of anything, but it doesn't seem like they're showing up too much. And I'm not even taking any vehicles because I feel like it's easier to get coins when you're in a vehicle, and we do not want that. I think we can take that thing. I don't want to. Oh, come on, game. No. Yeah, this is definitely a pretty difficult mission to get. Maybe we could start with a boost and get lucky, not hit any coins. No, we do. Okay, that's not gonna happen. We'll just grind out this mission a bit. I feel like I can get it pretty quickly. This mission just gets super hard once you go fast enough because you do not have that much time to react to absolutely everything, but we're almost there for this one. I'm also trying to get a zapper mission while I'm doing this by getting close to 7 zappers if we can, but okay. Dodge that. I don't want to take any chances with getting any coins. We're almost there, please, game. All right, Germaphobe unlocked. Nice. Yeah, that one, a little bit harder than I thought it would be, but it didn't take us too long. I just noticed something fun with this jetpack as well. You can, all right, maybe this isn't fun for the scientists, but it's fun for me. You can burn them, and they only get burned for a second, so I'm not doing that bad of stuff. It is always interesting just seeing how the jetpacks interact with the scientists that are on the ground. Oh, also, we might as well do this, unlock that achievement, where we take Happy Snap, we just go on the picture. And with level 21, one really cool thing we can get is going to gadgets and getting gemology, which is also the big spender achievement. I'll take that. And this one is so good because what it does is it transforms some of the coins into gems, which are worth 5 times as much. So over time, it's definitely going to be worth the investment. And yeah, I'm just going to be happy taking my extra coins. And we might as well get done with some of the other easy achievements. Like there's one where you just don't leave the ground and just die 3 times in a row. So that was number 1. This is the second time where we just let it happen. And this is number 3, where you'll see we get Good Work Woody. Next up, we got to get a golden upgrade. We'll get golden Cuddles for blinged out. And I mean, just look at Cuddles now. Looking beautiful. It's the same exact design, but he's golden, and that's pretty cool. And we can try our best to get exactly 69 coins. I need 2 more. This one is so precise, and you just barely we need 1 more coin. Come on. Please just give me 1 coin. 69. Nice. Okay, that was incredibly close. I literally got a revive with one of the respins that I did. Otherwise, I would have not gotten it there. So that is a nice one to get out of the way. But back to the grind. We'll work our way up to level 30. And that is also going to be high roller, which that one is when you lose the final spin 100 times. So yeah, we've been playing this for a while. Now we just got to level 24, which gives us Flying Pig. And this unlocks one of the hardest missions of the game. You know what? Let's also go ahead and get the 3rd slot. We can put Flying Pig in there. We have enough money, and it's definitely worth it. But now we have this. So the Flying Pig is a very interesting thing to be added to the game. What it does, as you can see here, it starts dropping some coins. And what we want to do is hit it with a missile. So there are no missiles here, so we'll just take it. It gives us a bunch of coins. You know, that's what it does. But we have to get incredibly lucky to have a missile coming towards us while there's a Flying Pig. We can try to aim it, and come on. Oh, see, that would have been perfect. But, you know, we'll probably get it at one point, maybe. I should have ducked under the way, but then I was scared of the missile going away, so that was kind of a hard situation. Come on, missile, where are you at? Just come to me. Sometimes it can hit it behind you, but I don't think we're gonna get that lucky this time. And yeah, in general, just a very luck-based achievement that I'm gonna have to get, that I'm gonna be trying as I go through everything else. We're just gonna be focusing on it. Oh, 2 of them right here, no missiles. That would have been such a good spot to get it. Why do you have to come afterwards? Okay, maybe this can work if it's behind me. Please somehow hit it. Oh, so close. But we do get free ride with level 25. I'm going to buy that for 8,000. We can get rid of token gift for right now. And the nice thing about this is we start out with one of our machines. And that will be pretty good, especially because there is an achievement tied to it. I'll let you know when we get that one. We're just going to be using it for the rest, though. Wait. That just worked? Okay, I am not gonna complain. So I didn't even know that that would work for breaking the pig, but the pig was in front of us. We got the little purple ability so we can get a vehicle, and then it just worked. All right, that is, I'm gonna take it. And now I wanna go for another annoying achievement. So what we're gonna do, buy this freeze guy, and then there's a video that I watched that said that this can work, and we're just gonna see if it does work. So what you're supposed to do is just hold your head against this wall, and basically what we're trying to do is get exactly 200 meters. And we're hoping we get lucky with our bounce, a freeze into 200 meters, and it's probably going to take a little bit of time because you just have to hope that while you're holding your head to this wall that you get the right thing. I think this one's a little bit too late, but we will see. It's going to take us, all right, a bit past. So we got to get a better angle than that. And this is for the achievement Bullseye, so we'll see if we can get it. All right, this might be a good drop. I feel like that's a pretty good spot. It takes us down. Maybe a bit too soon. Yeah, a bit too soon. Okay. And now this one's going to be a bit too late. So I'm going to drop myself off a bit earlier. And come on. Oh, 203. This one might be close. This one. Come on, 201. No. This one may work. Please. Please, 199, please. Finally. Oh my gosh, I got it. Thank you. Oh, that took so long. Oh my gosh. We switched up the strategy, as you saw. That took so long. Okay, I need a break. So I'm gonna stretch, and we'll get the Good Work Sierra achievement for staring at the shop screen for 2 minutes. So yeah. And that's also going to be fuzzy locks for us, which is when you get fried 99 times. Okay, I was wondering what that was. Let's also switch back to regular berry and the machine gun jetpack just for a bit. I just want something different at this point, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's also gonna be another way in. So since we had the free ride achievement, every once in a while it starts you with the crazy freaking teleporter, and the nice thing about that is you don't actually break the wall, and that means we get that achievement. So yeah, just another nice easy one to get. I also think it's probably worth it here to upgrade our rocket time a bit. That way we can get one more vehicle with it, because one of the longest achievements we still have to do is accumulate 10,000 meters with the hog, and we have been working on that, but we still got a ways to go, so might as well get another vehicle. That way we get more chances to get the hog. Let's see what this time is gonna be like now, though. We get all these guys. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's gonna be a third one, pretty easy to dodge, and a fourth one, so you got a couple things you gotta dodge if you do want to get this, but we see that we do get the hog. So it was worth it. And that's what we're going to be going with from now on, just trying to get this hog as much as possible, because we are starting at least to come up to the end of the speedrun. We still got a ways to go, but we're getting there. And we get a double hog right here with this. Yeah, this was definitely a worthwhile investment. We're about to get the hog so many times. Oh my gosh, a third time in a row too. Don't mind if I do, video game. Okay, I was a little bit wondering if this investment would be worth it at first, but it definitely is worth it. I mean, we have so much more distance we have to go with the hog, and the hog's one of the hardest ones to use, so yeah, this should be good for us. But that's enough telling you about how many times I get the hog. I'll just let you know when that mission is actually done. And that is going to put us at level 29, one before where we want to get to, which is great because now we can also get the rainbow jetpack, which I mean, this jetpack in general, just like how cool it is. It literally harnesses the power of rainbows. It's amazing. And it doesn't kill any scientists. So, you know, good for them. But what we want to do with that is just not get any coins while we have the rainbow jetpack. And that's going to give us hippie. Another achievement down. Only a few more to go. It might as well get a few out of the way. One that we can very easily do is get a bunch of different combinations of gadgets. So what I'm going to do is just keep going forward with all the gadgets that we already have. And we need to equip 50 different combinations. So that's what I'll work on. And there we go. That's mix and match. Okay, nice easy one. And we also have one where we want to die to missiles 3 times in a row. So we'll take our first missile death right there. Second is going to be right there. Not going to lie, I kind of feel bad for Barry when I do this. Just let him die to missiles over and over, but you know, it's fine. And this is going to be our third missile, so we let that take us out. And see, we get the toasty achievement where you become toast 3 times in a row. And now at this point, I am fully focused on just getting missions. Well, that and getting the hog, obviously, but those are our 2 main things. And by the way, while we are finishing up this speedrun, I just want to remind you that you're loved. No matter what you are going through, I promise you that you can make it through it. I know there's a lot of terrible things going on in this world, but I truly do believe in you. And if you do have the bandwidth, maybe go tell some of your friends and family that you love them, especially if it's someone that hasn't heard from you in a while. You know, give them a call, say, hey, I love you, miss you, all that kind of stuff. It really could make their day. Or go make a stranger's day. You know, there's so much you can do. I know I'm just a random gaming YouTuber that's saying this, so it's a little bit weird, but it really is a message that I do believe in. Okay, now with that, we should be able to buy 2 of these. So we'll buy that one, then we can buy that one. That should give us up to level 30, and we'll also get a bit more money, which is what we'll need. So then we can go and buy Flash. This is going to be 15,000 coins, but it's a very cute dog. So we will equip them. Also get some free ride. And now you can just see the little cute dog coming by. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. And look, he also has the same little like thing we have. He takes out scientists. He goes and gets us coins. We love Flash so much. He is the most adorable boy. But getting Flash is also an achievement. I'm pretty sure we get it as soon as this is done. So that's why we needed to make sure we got him, along with him just being a good boy. Like, let's be honest. And now last achievement we have to get is going to be the hog one. So that's what we're going to go for. Now, if you know Jetpack Joyride, you might realize that there are actually 2 achievements that we won't be getting. So I guess technically this isn't a 100% speedrun. It's more like 99%. But the reason we have to skip those is because they don't really work in a speedrun format. They're called License to Thrill, which is when you complete 5 daily SAM challenges, which only happen once a day, in Strong Arm Tactics, where you complete those 5 daily SAM tasks 10 different times. So in total, if we wanted to get those 2 last achievements, we would have to play this game for 50 days in a row. And that kind of just completely destroys the entire point of speedrunning the game. So yeah, that's why we don't do it. Look at Flash. Look at the little hat he has. Oh my gosh. Oh, and he also goes up and down with us. Why is this boy so adorable? Anyways, that is the reasoning behind why we have to skip those ones. I mean, it wouldn't really be a challenge. It's not like the SAM challenges are hard. You just have to play a lot. So it does not make sense for the speedrunning sake. Now we'll get bad as a hog where he comes inside of our vehicle. He's so cute. I love you so much, Flash. Why are you the most adorable dog? Oh, and what does he do for profit burn? He also gets his tiny profit burn. Look at him go. I think we can all agree that Flash is the best part of this speedrun. And you know, he really makes this last 4 hours of grinding worth it. Then might as well see him in the teleporter since we didn't get the hog. And he's got the nice hat. He also teleports with us. Adorable little boy. I know I'm talking about Flash way too much. It might be annoying some of you, but can you really blame me? Like, come on. All that's left is we gotta see him on Mr. Cuddles and we gotta finish out our last achievement. So those 2. Okay, we finally got taken out. Flash is just like, oh, well, That happens. It's okay, Flash. I'm all right. Don't worry about me. And I don't actually know why we didn't get walkies there, huh? Oh, we have to take him on a 10-kilometer walk. I did not write that down in my notes. Okay, so we'll be able to enjoy him for a while. That's beautiful. I mean, we already got a good amount right there, so it shouldn't be too bad. And we get to see Mr. Cuddles right here. All right, what happens? Oh, Flash, you want to get on? He gets on the head! So precious. He's so precious. Sorry about that, Flash. Sorry for knocking you into one of those zappers, but I was just appreciating him. Like, you can't blame me. All right, let's finish up the speedrun now. We started out with Mr. Cuddles again. We get to appreciate Flash on the dragon yet again. Look at his ear. Look how the ear goes so back and forth. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is going to be walkies, and now just one more achievement. I mean, obviously, we're not going to get rid of Flash for this last little bit, but we just need to get a little bit more hog gameplay. So hopefully we get that soon. Sub 430, very possible. Maybe could have gotten a sub 4 if it wasn't for Bullseye just destroying all of my sanity. That's life. Okay, we did get the hog. If we somehow get the right distance here, that's road trip. That is our final achievement right there in 4:29:47. Yep, that is every single achievement besides the Sam ones, which would just take 50 days. They make no sense. I believe I'm the only person to ever have done this speedrun, so that's first place. It is actually a cool speedrun though. Would be interesting to see it get optimized. All right, subscribe if you enjoyed. Bye.